Josko Gvardiol, number 10. I'm going to go for you at number 10. I think he's been a fantastic player for Manchester City. His transfer value went down, of course, in the World Cup semi-final after getting dunked on by Lionel Messi, which is, well, anyone can get dunked on by Lionel Messi, for goodness sake. But the fact of the matter is, I think he's had a very good start to the season, in and out of the team. And the thing I like about Josko Gvardiol, not just because of his last couple of goals, which have been fantastic, it's the fact that every single time when Manchester City sign a player, and they're in and out of the team. They're sometimes out for 2-3 games. They're sometimes benched, and they're sometimes starting 3-4 games. Everyone then goes to them. They go, "Oh yeah, here's a flop. He's going to be a flop. He's not going to work well in the system." And then you see the second season, and then you see them absolutely flourishing. We've seen it with Bernardo Silva. We've seen it previously with Jack Grealish. We're going to see it, I reckon, with Jeremy Doku, like Lewis said, and with Josko Gvardiol. I think they're going to be the players that will be taking that left-hand side forward for years to come for Manchester City, way well beyond when Pep Guardiola leaves Manchester City. Hopefully he leaves Manchester City as well. But I think that's something where even Jack Grealish could be forced out of the club because the competition will be growing with Jeremy Doku. And for me, maybe even Nathan Ake moving out of that position as well for within a year or two, because Josko Gvardiol, 21 years of age, I believe is going to be someone who's going to be a star for Manchester City from the back as well. John Stones is nearly 30 years old as well, so they're replacing their players really, really well with some top talent across European football as well. So Gvardiol, you're in at number 10 for me. Nicely done.
Just quickly, what was the price tag again? Was it 90 million, 100 mil?
It was like, yeah, it was about 80, 90 million.
Is
something like that,
80 million, yeah, wasn't it? Which is quite
Yeah.
good.
It was a lot.
Is
price tag.
one of the biggest price tags in defenders for history as well. But I think he's going to settle in really, really well. But yes, 75 million. No, 90 million euros. 90 million euros. Yeah, so it's in euros. But yeah, 2 goals and 1 assist in 24 Premier League games a season. But my question to both of you, when you're looking at Josko Gvardiol, Lewis, you first, and then Anthony. When you're looking at Josko Gvardiol, do you think he's going to be one of the best centre backs for Manchester City going forward? Because I certainly think so. I think he's got all the talent in the world. It's just about his mindset for me. If he can continue to do it year in, year out, do you think he has that longevity, like we've seen Kyle Walker from the right hand side at Man City from 2018, 2017, I should say, to 2024, been a captain now for Manchester City? What do you think, Lewis?
I'd say potentially if he ever gets to play there, because every time I've watched him, he's been at left back. So I think he suffered from Pep's tactics this season. But yeah, I don't see why not. Like you said, with John Stones' age, I think Ruben Diaz also is excellent for Man City when he plays. So it'll be hard him even getting in there if both of them are fit. But obviously, we know John Stones is susceptible to an injury. Top knock on wood with the Euros coming up. We don't need any of that. So yeah, John Stones and Gvardiol maybe, but I just think that he suffers tactically from Pep. So this season, I've not seen enough of him to probably give a concrete answer on him as a centre half. But speaking from the Euros, he was excellent there for Croatia. Really, really good at centre back there. So yeah, I don't see why not. And him playing at left back will probably only improve him as a centre half because it'll appreciate what the left back requires from a centre half going forward. And I know Levi Colwill said that earlier on in the season when he had to play there quite a lot. So yeah, I think he's definitely got a lot of potential. And obviously, Leipzig have got quite a big fee for him there. But you've just got to hope that Pep gives him some reps back there and doesn't use him as like a makeshift left back. But even if he is a flop, winning covers over all price tags like that. So yeah.
Unless you're Calvin Phillips, then your flop stinks across football. You're seeing him this season, one of the worst signings I've seen. Incredible. Yeah. Getting abused from his own fans, getting fat shamed, and then abusing his own fans as well. That was embarrassing. I hope no one's picked Calvin Phillips in their top 10 signings for the season as well. Anthony, let me hear your thoughts on Josko Gvardiol before we get on to your number 9 as well.
Yeah, the only problem I think is that Diaz obviously plays in that left centre back slot. So I think it will be quite hard for him to usurp Diaz because Diaz is probably a future Man City captain. So it's whether he can maybe play as a right centre back, but then that kind of unbalances their back four. So he might have to just hold down that left back position because I know Pep likes to rotate it quite a lot. He might have to play there for the time being until Diaz pushes on or goes somewhere else. So it might be quite tough for him, but judging by the fee that they've paid for him, they've got to find a way for him to fit into that team.
Maybe you could have that John Stones role where he gets into that midfield next to Rodri as well, and he can play a lot of deep lying passes going forward. So that could be an option with Josko Gvardiol once again.